Hi there, Aquarius. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lynn, and I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross spread for you, a general reading. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Let's see what messages Spirit has for Aquarius. 10-card Celtic cross spread plus one animal spirit card. This is the Celtic Tarot deck, in case anyone is interested. Okay, one more little shuffle here. I'll go through each card individually, and then I'll post the full descriptions underneath the video after I post it, okay? Spirit, what is Aquarius? What is their current situation? What message do you have for them? You have the Eight of Wands. What's crossing Aquarius? You have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. What is Aquarius foundation message, please? You have the Seven of Swords reversed. Their past message. You have the Nine of Swords. Their immediate future message. You have the Knight of Swords reversed. The outcome they desire most in their situation, the Sun. How they see themselves, their self-image. Ten of Pentacles reversed. Their environment, or how others see them in their situation. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Their hopes and fears is the King of Pentacles reversed. And then the outcome, if all is to remain as is. And then you got the World, Aquarius. And then your animal spirit card. Your animal spirit card is the Gazelle. Okay, so let's go through the cards individually here first. Let's see if this will stay. No, it won't stay, so I'll leave that there and use this one. So your first card is the Eight of Wands, and it came out upright. The Eight of Wands represents your current situation. This is a card, this is represented by Sagittarius. So this card is about being swept off your feet. It could be about air travel, making progress, exciting times, things being really busy, fast-paced. It's a card of exciting times, rushing. It could be travel for some of you, jumping in. Your goals are on their way to being achieved. It's a card of hastiness, freedom, getting back on track. For some of you, it's negotiating. It could be arrows of love for some of you, but this is a card of fast moving potential. You see with the Eight of Wands, it can be about infatuation. It could be about holiday romances, gaining momentum. It's about thinking on your feet. It's a card of your hard work paying off. You're seeing results, making quick decisions. It's a card of sudden action, rapid action, movement. So you've shot your arrows into the air and they're speeding towards the target. So now's a time for initiating the next phase of your enterprise. This could involve air travel or other movement. It's an exciting and hopeful period where when you're likely to be extremely busy. Positive things are rapidly unfolding. Establish the roles you want to play and let go of those that no longer suit you. Okay? Movement, action, excitement. Things happen rapidly. Success is assured. Follow through on what you've already put in motion and start planning new goals. It could also indicate getting news or information that you've been waiting for, or quick unexpected trips. Okay? And then what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. When a card comes out reversed, it just means you're getting extra protection from Spirit, okay? So this is Virgo energy. Could have an issue with a Virgo, doesn't have to mean that. This is about, so some of you may feel like you bit off more than you can chew. Some of you feel like you're doing repetitive or a boring job. It's a card of a lack of effort, a lack of confidence, a lack of commitment, a lack of ambition, a lack of focus, but it could also be a workaholic, a perfectionist. It could be feeling dissatisfied, feeling like you're at a dead-end job, or it can be a card about mediocrity, laziness, low skill, rush jobs, no motivation, no passion. It's telling you to focus on self-development is the message with this card. You've not, Spirit is saying you haven't mastered the necessary skills you need to achieve your goals. You may desire to begin some new enterprise, but a lack of ambition, ability, or clarity prevents your success. So more effort or education may be necessary. Or it could suggest that you're being a nitpicker, too much of a perfectionist, or perhaps a workaholic. And again, maybe you're finding your job boring or tedious. So maybe consider like taking going back to school, maybe taking a course. Your foundation message, the basis of your situation or foundation, is the Seven of Swords. This is you, Aquarius, showing up in your reading. So this is all up to you. This is all falling on you, because this is your foundation. This is a card of coming clean, confessing, deception, regret, keeping secrets. Some of you are ignoring warnings. Some of you are turning over a new leaf. Maybe you're experiencing the imposter syndrome. This card talks about your conscience kicking in. Getting caught, being outsmarted, running away from consequences. But the truth will be revealed, Spirit is saying here, okay? So it's mostly about deception, this card. So maintain caution and vigilance in all things during this period. Stay open-minded and flexible so that you can respond to changes quickly. You may be experiencing with different plans of action, getting various points of view. It's also a warning that if you're planning something, a tricky plan will not work out, and whoever attempts it will be exposed. Confessing, a confession, coming clean, is telling you to rethink and approach. Let's just keep going. Then your past message is the Nine of Swords. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. This is Gemini energy. So this card is all about anxiety, fear in the past. Maybe in the past you felt like this. This is a card of regret coming up again. Regret, remorse, guilt, feeling overwhelmed, focusing on the past, making mountains out of molehills, being the subject of gossip. It's a card of isolation, worry, anxiety, fear, having trouble sleeping, despair, mental anguish, deep unhappiness, being at your breaking point, insomnia. Okay, so your past card talks about extreme anxiety, nightmares, tension, unhappiness, regrets over past mistakes or misfortunes. It could indicate that you're in an unhappy, intense state of mind, whether or not the facts bear out the fear. The suffering associated with this card may be mostly in your mind. You may be troubled by bad dreams or horrible fantasies. Deep-rooted or repressed issues are trying to surface so that you can resolve them. It will likely be very challenging to change your attitudes and beliefs, but it's worth the effort and unpleasantness. 9 is the number of completion, and this card indicates that the changes you're being required to make forecast a better future. And then your immediate future card, what's likely to happen very soon in your life, you have the Knight of Swords. This is for male or female in a general reading. It's either you or someone in your life, or it can represent a situation. The Knight of Swords reversed is Gemini energy. So this may be someone that you might have to deal with in the near future. So just a heads up, because the Knight of Swords reverse is someone who's arrogant, disregards consequences, has no direction, is unpredictable, rude, tactless, forceful, a bully, aggressive, restless, sarcastic, insincere, has an inferiority complex. It represents someone who's out of control, missed opportunities, feeling like they're being left behind. Someone who leads others to danger, is a coward, unfocused, someone who goes with the flow, a follower, a know-it-all, someone who's heading for a fall. This knight loses his aggressiveness and becomes passive about a situation that requires action. He could be suggesting that you're delaying doing what is necessary, neglecting necessary grunt work or communication, but there could be serious repercussions from avoiding this work. Or it could indicate that you're mentally closed off from a situation that desperately needs attention, thereby creating bad feelings and opposition. The Knight of Swords can be a braggart or even a liar. He will tell stories to bolster his own self-esteem to gain the respect of others. He lacks compassion and takes pleasure in verbally embarrassing people. And then the outcome that you desire most in your situation is the Sun card. Very positive card. This card indicates the outcome that you desire the most, and it's freedom, it's happiness, it's success, optimism, joy, vitality, opportunities, having confidence, courage, celebrating. It could be a pregnancy, good health, um, having clarity, trust. It's a card of good luck. It's all positive. So I'm loving this for you, for your outcome message. Confidence, good times. It signifies a time of new beginnings, things going well, accomplishments, success, contentment. You feel cheerful and self-confident, full of life and energy. You're ready to take on new projects with enthusiasm. You may be starting more than one project or upgrading something in your life, like taking a more satisfying job, remodeling your home, moving to a sunnier climate, things like that. After traveling through the long, dark night of soul searching, you're emerging into the light. All your journeys, all your spiritual seeking, all your sincere efforts now pay off. You're able to see where you were and where you now stand. Your mind is clear and sharp. Energy fills you, and you're ready to let the light of the sun warm you. This card brings great joy, clear truth, and well-deserved success. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself. You have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Again, extra protection from spirit. Tens represent completion, achievement. The Ten of Pentacles is represented by Virgo. So again, this card can have several different meanings, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is a card of breaking traditions, disputed inheritance, being excluded from a will or not leaving a will. It's a card of unexpected changes, bankruptcy, marrying for money, instability, conflicts over money, family feuds, family burdens, family neglect, fighting over money, rocky foundations, illegal activity, covetousness, the dark side of wealth. It's a card of debt. For some of you, you may be so established at this point that you're stagnating. Maybe you've retired comfortably and you're just sitting around watching TV. If this resonates, the Spirit is saying you need to activate some growth in your life to avoid boredom. Take up a hobby, do some charity work, maybe teach others your skills. This card also forewarns of a legacy or investment, or financial security that is lost, possibly through the market, legal fees, or taxes. Or again, maybe an inheritance didn't come through the way you thought it was going to come through. Okay. And then Ten of Pentacles, how you see yourself, your self-image. Be ready to question your need for stability, security, and commitment in your life. It may sound good on paper, or it might be what is expected of you, but is it what you want? Sometimes wealth can be a trap. When you surround yourself with expensive things and live a luxurious lifestyle, you may want more and more and more, never feeling satisfied with what you have. You may find you burn through your financial reserves as you desperately try to support this higher standard of living and are unwilling to downgrade even if your cash flow diminishes. Your feelings of self-worth may be inadvertently wrapped up in your wealth. If so, it's time to unravel that connection and see that you can still live a happy and fulfilling life. You may be experiencing challenges or setbacks with financial or job security and family stability. It's time to reevaluate your position and choose a course of action that will help you regain your sense of security and self-worth. And then your environment, or how others see you in your situation, is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy. So this is a card of, it could be property damage, being guarded, living beyond your means, obsession with work, material instability, some kind of instability. It's telling you to really keep focusing on your self-worth, okay? Aquarius, you know, just, I want you to know how worthy you are, and it has nothing to do with how much money you make or how much money you have. It's a, you know, what your heart stands for, you know, that's what it is. This is a card, this card is all about self-worth. Take the opportunity to reflect on your own sense of self-worth and value. You may question whether you're enough. You may be charging for your services or accepting a salary lower than you should. Know that you deserve to be wealthy in all facets of the word. You may focus on increasing your sense of self-worth. Invest in yourself, practice self-love. You're more than enough. You're amazing. You may be too busy working that you're not enjoying the fruits of your labor. If so, Spirit is saying stop and smell the roses. Remember what's important to you. You may need to release some of your need for a particular income or standard of living, especially if it gets in the way of other life priorities such as family or relationships, okay? This card can still indicate achievements, but it may not be as fulfilling. Either the means to the end was not satisfying, or you find yourself alone and lonely with no one to share your material gains with. You feel your security is shaky. You may be dependent on someone else, a spouse or a relative, for your financial well-being. Circumstances may have caused you to lose your independence. Figure out how to regain what you have lost. Superficiality, superficial, lack of self-discipline is what this card can also represent. Marrying for money or status, a lack of independence, a lack of stability, lack of security, lack of self-discipline. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for and fear the most, is the King of Pentacles reversed. So, male or female in a general reading, this is either you, someone in your life, or a situation. Taurus energy. King of Pentacles is can represent poor financial decisions, greed, indulgence, sensuality, someone who's materialistic, corrupt. It could represent a gambler, someone who's possessive, stubborn, someone who's obsessed with wealth and status, someone who's losing their grip on things, ungrounded, unsuccessful, wasteful, bankruptcy, underqualified, unfaithful, unsupportive. King of Pentacles, what you hope for and fear the most in your situation. He can represent danger, an unwise business move, It's also a warning to be aware of the small print in any contracts being negotiated. This king can also indicate unfair competition, shady business practices, or an untrustworthy man. This king can be stingy to the point of cheating someone. He can be erratic, demanding, and callous. He may resist change and make it difficult for those around him to try new things. So just a heads up in case you're having to deal with this person. And then your outcome, if all is to remain as is, you have the World card reversed. Major Arcana. This is the last major arcana in the Tarot deck. The World reverse is about incompletion, lack of closure, no closure, a feeling of emptiness, stagnation. For some of you, it's burdens, disappointments, taking shortcuts, seeking personal closure. It's letting you know that recognition awaits. No closure, lack of completion, lack of achievement. Feeling incomplete, burdens, disappointment. You're being presented with a multiplicity of choices and you're not sure which one to make. You're experiencing new facets of yourself, or you may be rejecting new ideas being offered out of fear or a limited understanding. Now's the time to face the fact that the universe is a more complex place than you've been willing to admit. Your goals are in sight, but they may be more complicated to achieve and require persistent and determined effort on your part. Okay? This card indicates delay, the delay of achievement. Success is still possible, but something's in the way. It could be as simple as you refusing to accept success. It could also indicate that travel plans may be postponed. And then let's do your animal spirit card. So you got the gazelle, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So at this time, the gazelle represents heightened awareness and ability and being vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace with every move. This awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When you are in balance, you are graceful, perceptive, and artistic. When you're out of balance, you have food allergies, insomnia, and a racing mind. To bring yourself back into balance, Spirit is recommending yin yoga, a cozy home, and good food. Okay, that will bring your energy back into balance. So that is your reading, Aquarius. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel these messages today from Spirit. I'm really grateful. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.